Hi, we are the music department of Skyline High School, and we thought we would present for you some of our classes that you have options for once you become a Skyline student. So, first, some introductions.
My name is Dave Pitt. I do the bands at Skyline. We have five classes at Skyline, five different periods, but four classes: jazz band, symphonic band, concert band, and percussion class. Jazz band and symphonic band are open by audition, and concert band and percussion class are open to everyone. If you're interested in jazz band and symphonic band, as I said, there is an audition process, and the auditions are going to be due the 1st of March. And the idea, since we're doing everything by video, is to record yourself playing something that makes you just sound awesome. And you can send that to my email at Skyline High School, and I will take and listen to all those, and decisions will be made and posted sometime the end of March, beginning of April. Jazz band at Skyline is a class. I know at the middle schools it's a club and it meets a couple of days after school. But jazz band is a zero-period class at Skyline, which is a little bit early in the morning. But that way we all get to play together and be featured in that specific kind of music. Symphonic band is plays slightly more advanced style of music than does concert band. Concert band is open to anyone, any instrumental player who knows how to play the instrument. It's a step ahead of where we were in middle school, and maybe not quite as difficult as the music that we play in symphonic band. The one difference at Skyline between middle school and high school in regards to percussion is that percussion has their own class at Skyline, and that meets it, whether you're in concert band or symphonic band, whether you're auditioning for one group or the other, they all meet in one class, and we get to work specifically with just percussion, which is an awesome thing that we're able to do at Skyline. All the groups, except for jazz band, all the groups work together for PEP performances during the fall and spring semesters, and we have a few of those in the fall and a few of those in the spring. There aren't too many, usually 4 or 5 in the fall, and depending in the spring, maybe 5 or 6 over the course of the entire spring. So when all 160, 70, 80, depends how many we have next year, when everybody gets together, it's quite a crowd. And we like to make a lot of sound, and we do a lot of sound, and we sound pretty good. And when we're indoors at assemblies, and when we're indoor, and when we're in the stadium, we can hear ourselves echo off buildings. It's pretty awesome. So if you have any questions about that, you can email me at Skyline, pittd, at issaquah.wednet.edu, and I'll get back in touch and answer your questions for you. So right now I'm going to pass next to my choral colleague, Nancy Zebart.
I am, we have three choirs daily. We are the choir, which is usually the entry choir for incoming treble voice singers, soprano, alto. We have our concert chorale, which is any incoming tenor and bass voices, and women's voices by audition. And then we have our vocal jazz, which is by audition only. We have some extracurricular groups that meet as well, and those are not classes, but we do run a chanson group and sometimes a male lunchtime group called Cantare. So we have lots of fun. As Mr. Pitt was saying about the band, we typically have 120 or so people in the choirs at Skyline. We do a lot of different events during the year, concerts every quarter. We have extracurricular things that you can opt to do, like solo and ensemble. We do contests. We take some field trips, either local or sometimes farther away than local. We have lots of fun. It's a club as well as a class, so there are extra events that go along with it. And it's just a very social kind of family feeling. So we do enjoy what we do and love to make music together. Mr. Cook.
Hello, I'm Mr. Cook, and this is my 10th year teaching at Skyline High School. I am the director of the Skyline String and Chamber Orchestras. I also teach the Guitar 1, Guitar 2 classes, songwriting and sequencing, as well as IB music. And I have 2 degrees from Berklee College of Music, one in performance, music performance, and the other focused on music composition. And I have a master's degree in music education from Seattle Pacific University. I have a professional teaching certificate, and I'm also a member of the Sammamish Symphony. I play both the violin and the guitar, along with many other string instruments. So we have several orchestra class offerings at Skyline. We have the string orchestra class, which is open to all students 9th through 12th grade. It is recommended that students have 3 years string playing experience in order to feel confident participating in the ensemble. But this ensemble has a rigorous performance schedule. Currently, we're meeting via Zoom and completing virtual performance videos, but we hope to return to in-person rehearsals and performances soon. And all of the orchestra classes at Skyline have multiple performance opportunities throughout the school year. We also have the Skyline Chamber Orchestra. This is an advanced string ensemble for more experienced players. Acceptance into the orchestra is by audition, and this ensemble also has many wonderful performance opportunities throughout the school year at festivals, and hopefully we'll be able to travel and perform safely again soon, ladies and gentlemen. So once we get the green light to travel again, we will be looking for performance travel opportunities. And we also have the Evergreen Philharmonic. This is an ensemble that encompasses string, wind players, as well as percussionists. It's a full orchestra. They focus on advanced repertoire, and acceptance is by audition. This ensemble is composed of students from all 3 high schools in the Issaquah School District. So it draws from Skyline, Issaquah High School, as well as from Liberty. And now I'm going to turn it over to my good friend and a member of the Chamber Orchestra, Mr. Daniel Kim.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Kim, and I'm currently a senior at Skyline High School, as well as a part-time Running Start student at Bellevue College. It is possible to take music or band, choir, orchestra while doing Running Start. This is my only class at Skyline, and I just take all my other graduation requirements there. To me, orchestra was kind of like my second family, as I was in the string orchestra my freshman year, and I've been in chamber the last 3 years. And although it's different this year, I get the same family aspect out of both my freshman year when I was in string and in the chamber orchestra, as you just meet a bunch of cool people who share the same passion over music as you do, and you meet some really cool people who play the same instrument as you do, and you get to bond with them and do concerts with them, which is really fun. You get to go to festivals like we did, go to Western Washington University my freshman year. And if we're really lucky, you get to go on trips with them. A couple years ago, actually last year, I think, we went to New York, and it was really fun. We got to perform at the Intrepid Sea and Space Museum, and we got to just sightsee, do a lot of things. You get to hang out with your friends, and overall, it's a really fun atmosphere. And although we're in Zoom this year, we still find a way to do our assignments. We do this recording software called Soundtrap, where you collaborate with the group and you just put all your recordings into one and you all sync it up. And in the end, it sounds really cool, but it's a lot of work beforehand. So props to Mr. Cook for getting everything all situated and getting everything done. I'm also the president of the Orchestra Council, which orchestra is a club and a class at the same time, just like choir is. So behind the scenes, we run all the concert logistics, and you just kind of hang out with people who come to the meetings and just have more passion for orchestra, and overall a really fun environment. So yeah.
Thank you so much. That was great, Daniel. Before we go any further, I would like to share the flow chart for our groups, and then we'll end up hearing from our last two students. Hopefully that's showing. Yes, the flow chart?
Yep.
So what this shows is the normal flow of classes as an entry level into the Skyline music program. So it's organized by discipline. So first we have the choir. Like I was saying earlier, women's choir is the non-audition. Typically people come to the women's choir from the Beaver Lake or the Pine Lake choirs, but that's not necessarily where you need to have come from. That's just typical. It's not that it's not an advanced group. We think of it as an advanced women's ensemble because people usually have been in their previous choirs. Auditions for women are to enter the concert chorale. As I said earlier, all the incoming freshmen and sophomore guys, and any guys usually, go right into the concert chorale, but there is an audition process. And then vocal jazz is strictly by audition. It's our top level group as far as the difficulty of music that we sing. Orchestra, Mr. Cook talked very nicely about the different levels of the ensembles there, and these show the corresponding numbers of the course catalog, so how you would register for those groups. And then band, Mr. Pitt had already talked about concert band being the incoming level, non-audition. If you're interested in going for a higher level, it's the symphonic by audition. And then jazz band and percussion ensemble are listed here too, and you can follow those arrows. This is part of our course guide on the Skyline academic site, so you can refer to this. We also have a few other non-audition, non-performance type classes. We have guitar classes, beginning piano, movies and music, songwriting and sequencing, and then the IB combination of different seminars, which is a whole different subject, but they are available, and that's just to let you know. So I would love to introduce Will, our choir student who's present, to give some insight into his experiences in our choir.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Zebart. My name is Will Schreiber, and I'm a senior at Skyline, and I'm also the vocal jazz co-president this year. I've been in choir all 4 years throughout high school. And thankfully, Daniel kind of touched on this a little bit, I've been able to balance all of my classes with my music as well. We recently, Skyline moved to a 7-period schedule, which has made things a lot more manageable. It's made most students able to do their PE credits, their language credits, as well as what they want to do, such as a music or elective class. One of the things that I've always loved about choir especially is the teamwork and the group building aspect. One of my favorite moments during the year that we unfortunately didn't get to do this year, but hopefully we'll be doing in the future, is choir retreat, where a lot of the choir students, it doesn't matter which class you're in, women's choir, concert chorale, vocal jazz, we all go to the Sambika near Lake Sammamish. And for 2 nights, or for 2 days, 1 night, we do some games, some group bonding. And what it really does is it kind of knits together this class, and it knits together all these connections, and you're able to find a lot of like-minded people who love music as much as you. Another thing that I've always loved about choir is its ability to kind of, I would say, prepare me for my future musical pursuits. I personally want to be going into a songwriting course. I've applied for various music schools such as Berkeley. I've applied for NYU, Frost School of Music, and thankfully through my experience with choir and specifically vocal jazz, I believe that they've perfectly set me up for those type of things, where they've helped me learn how to read music, learn how to work with complicated rhythms. It's taught me how to have tight harmonies. It's taught me how to just generally make my voice sound better from all the practice and all the performance we do. It's a really fun and really challenging at times class that teaches you how to do some really amazing stuff and meet some really amazing people. So it's been an amazing 4 years, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who loves to sing and loves to make music.
My name is Fatima Palacios, and I am a member of the symphonic and jazz bands at Skyline. I'm in my junior year. Band has been amazing these past 3 years, and going into my senior year, I'm really excited. Hopefully we're in person. It really is like a family. I know the seniors told me that when I was a freshman, and I didn't believe them. And then now I'm telling you guys, but it is a family. You spend so much time with these people, with marching band and concerts and festivals and trips, when we get to do those again, that you are with these people all the time, and you form so many different bonds. Like, nowhere else in the school do you have people that struggle in the same music with you, that complain about having to play the same 3 bars until you get it perfect. So you really bond over that. And I'm also an IB diploma candidate at Skyline, so I know it's really difficult to be able to balance music and IB, but it is 100% possible. It's really important that as soon as you decide to do IB, to contact your counselor or Mr. Wilder and make sure you have it set up like immediately so nothing can go wrong. But I would say that band has made IB almost easier. There's a lot of work with IB. There's also that extracurricular portion of band, but it's always a class that you can go into that you just have fun with it. Like, you're working hard, you're making music, but you're with your friends and you're doing something you enjoy. And having a class that is less stressful or something that you genuinely enjoy compared to these really difficult IB classes is a really important balance to have. And I don't think I would be able to do IB successfully if I wasn't in a music class or another class that I enjoy this much. And with IB, if you do choose to do like one of these like classes, you can also do IB music, which is taught by Mr. Cook. And that also usually helps make one of your music classes IB credit as well. So IB in music is very possible and a lot of fun.
All right, I think that wraps up our session on the music ensembles at Skyline. Thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you next year in some form. Bye.